Hey everybody,
Hi.
Chad and Kim here. Um, Today's video, I would like to talk about my kids. Now I have a boy and a girl, and Kim has a boy and a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we were both divorced when the kids were young. And now for me, the kids lived with their mom. Her kids lived with her.
Except for when Jeffrey lived with us.
Yeah. Um, One of the things that I knew that was coming was any minute now, Natalie was going to disappear. She's going to become a teenager, and I was going to see a lot less of her. So I spent every single weekend, every chance I got, doing things with her. And just waiting for the day when she just went poof and vanished. Suddenly she had a lot of friends. Suddenly she, as girls do.
She had her own activity she was doing.
Yeah. Then there was boys, and then there was band, and then there was not Demole, but
I can't think of the name.
um,
Job's.
Job's daughters. But I got to spend as much time with her as I possibly could until the day I couldn't spend time with her because she had other things. And then I participated in all of her things. And, it's funny dealing with watching people with their kids. And their kids are just bananas. You just want to go, oh, God, kill that kid. You're in Walmart and you hear this kid screaming at the top of their lungs like they've just been scalded. And you're going, oh, God, what's going on? And I'm like, I used to love laughing at my daughter. She wasn't doing very good in school. And I go, remember me telling you that I was going to get you a car when you were 16? She goes, yeah. And I go, if you get an F, you don't get a car. And after I get you a car, if you get an F, I'm taking the car back.
And she got enough.
She did well. But I never had to hit my kids. I never had to do anything. And I don't know if it was, and I've talked about this on a previous video, I don't know if it was me or them, or more than likely it was probably them. Just being well adjusted. And you talk to your kids like adults. And everything worked out really well. And my son kind of stuck around for a while, and him and I would do video games and go do goofy stuff together. While the daughter was out doing all of her stuff, which was cool. You should go out and do stuff. And now that they're grown and gone, we moved across the country, and they're busy. You don't get to talk to them. I talk to my son a lot more than I do my daughter. She has a nice boyfriend. She has a full-time job, doing exactly what she really wants to do in life. She enjoys being a baker, so she's a baker. And you just go, wow, good job, And she sends me pictures of the cake she makes, and some amazing stuff. And you talk to her about, well, do you want to be a chef? She goes, I wouldn't mind opening up, a cupcake shop. And I go, do some research on it.
And there was a time when she was going to be a singer, a dancer, a baker, or no, a singer, a dancer, a baby doctor, and a cooker.
Well, she became a cooker. So it's one of them came to her. When she's 8, and she goes, I want to be a cooker. And we did goofy videos where I was Julia Child, and I would speak in the high-pitched voice, and we'd have fun. And I've done a few videos where I talk about the goofy stories I told her. And I think she enjoyed the goofy stories that Dad would tell her, Now, what about your kids? Was there a day they were people?
Okay, not to offend anybody, but I remember the day Jeffrey told me, he was like maybe 14. He says, when I grow up, I'm going to be a gynecologist for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit models. And I had to explain to him he couldn't be a gynecologist just for those women. If he was going to be a gynecologist, he had to see all women, which he didn't seem to really dig. I think he thought that was his way of getting to meet the Sports Illustrated swimsuit models. In fact, there was a day he was 5 or 6. We had gone to Pennsylvania to visit, and driving along the turnpike there, you're stopping every so often, giving the guy at the gate money, change to drive the next portion of the turnpike. And he said, I think I want to be one of those people, one of those toll takers when I get big. And I said, really? He goes, yeah. I said, Jeffrey, they don't get to keep the money. Oh, okay. So his mind was always working. It was like, oh, yeah, they give me money to drive on the road and then I get to keep... No, Jeffrey. They give you money, but you don't keep it.
Well, it's like that story about one day there was a booth set up at a zoo in a big city, and it was $3 to park at the zoo. People gladly paid the $3 and they'd go in and park. And every day this guy would show up and he would take the parking fees and yada yada. And everybody just got used to him. 30 years go by. Suddenly the booth was gone, the guy was gone, and the zoo calls and says, yeah, where's our parking guy? They go, what? Yeah, our parking guy didn't show up. Is he okay? Did he call in sick? We don't have a parking guy at the zoo. Some guy just showed up there, started taking tolls, and then when he wanted to retire, he just retired.
And Samantha changed her mind a lot, but she always loved children. She was so good with babies, and she really wanted to be a mom. So now she's a mom to our beautiful granddaughter. At one point she wanted to be, she wanted to do ultrasounds to see the babies until she realized that it probably wouldn't always be
good news.
Yeah. She would see some heartbreaking stuff, and she has such a soft heart that she was like, yeah, I can.
Oh. Yeah, I know. It was like, like with Jeff and his thing. Jeff, usually people only show up when there's a problem. So a gynecologist really doesn't get to see beauty and the artwork of the female body.
Well, Jeff, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, you didn't talk about that, but how do you... I can just imagine his first day there and somebody comes in and he goes, what the hell was that? Look on page 5 of the book. Oh my God, that?
Yeah, but that's what he wanted to do. And he eventually went and got his degree in early childhood education and worked at a school. And now he has his real estate license and his...
He's licensed through the state of California to do HVAC.
Right. So he's never stopping. He's just always go, go, go.
Which, in this day and age, it's either healthcare or HVAC, is a solid choice.
And who knows, where he's got his real estate license, he may meet some of those swimsuit models.
He might sell them the new... what is it? Model house, where all the models live there and they film everything.
Yeah. But so our kids have grown. Yeah. They're all doing good. They're surviving, doing what they wanted to do.
But for me, the hardest part was moving away from them. But they're adults now. You've got to give them a little bit of space. Okay, you just go be you. I'm gonna go be me.
And that is the hard part as they get older. And they're like, okay, Dad, I love you, but I need to go do this.
Yeah, I'm married. I have kids now. Like Sammy, hey, hey, Mom, here's a picture. She gets pictures on her phone, and
we get to see them in December.
Yeah, the kids are coming.
And no, we probably will not do any videos with them.
No, well, unless they want to.
Yeah, but yeah, we get to see them in December.
But and kids are hard. It's a responsibility, and if you could screw somebody up, like my poor dad. His dad was 65 years old when he was born. Dad's the youngest of 8, and 65-year-old man is not a huggy, lovey, sweet daddy. He had 7 other kids, plus their husbands, plus their kids. And they all had the family farm, and they had to feed everybody. It was work. It was day-to-day work that they needed to do. And then one day, Dad's a dad. And Dad's like, Dad apologized to me. He goes, sorry I wasn't a better dad. I go, Dad, I had meat and potatoes on my plate every day. You were there as much as you could be.
And I can honestly say, as my kids became teenagers, there were times I understood why some species eat their youngs. I'm just, not that I was ever tempted to. Really? I was really frustrated at times with them. Really? But I had that thought of, okay, now I understand why some species eat their young. But as long as you let them live, you don't kill them, you get grandchildren.
See, now grandkids we can spoil rotten and then push them back towards the parents. Mm-hmm. Poor little Darla, she's gonna be so rotten. Poor girl. But
she's a smart one.
Yeah, she's a smarty. She's got my.
No, my son sent this picture. They had been out at a restaurant having lunch, breakfast, something. And her cup was across the table from her. And she's trying to figure out how she's going to get her sippy cup. And she had this scowl because she was thinking so hard that my son sent me that picture. And he sent me a picture of Anakin from Star Wars when he's older and he's like switching to the dark side. That scowl. It was pretty much the same look.
Yeah, that's kind of scary when your adorable little granddaughter has got your cop stink eye. Surprised hamster. But yeah, you miss the kids, but you gotta cut them loose, and it's either that you gotta let them go, or you hold them in and they're still your dependent children. My son's doing good. He's got a good job.
Yeah, I remember when my son used to say, "Mommy, I'm gonna live with you forever," and I'm like, "No. If you want to live behind me, that's fine, but you can't live with me forever." I mean, I set that line in the Parmesan very early. That no, he was going to live his own life, have his own family. He didn't get to live with me forever.
Oh. So yeah, that's and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there going, my babies. My daughter has my sense of humor. That darkness that my son has got my humorous sense of humor, not my darkness. And Jeff is kicking ass, like she said. Sammy is
doing great.
Is a mom of a wonderful little girl who's gets all the attention in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And you sit back and you go, we did okay.
We did. We did our jobs.
They're all right. There's nothing I missed. There's not I didn't screw them up. They're not. But I just thought we would make that video. We're trying to do a video every day. It's tough to come up with subjects.
Unless you want to get into all the politics, which we don't want to do.
We're really trying to stay away from politics because everybody does politics, and you just sit back and go, I don't want to hear about that one place who's invaded the other place, and then there's the thing and the doohickey with the.
Yeah, it's just easier. We stay up on it. We just don't want to record it and report on it.
And then there's all the cooking shows.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Kim watches the cooking shows. It's funny. If you've ever seen anybody yell at the TV during like a soccer game or a football game or something like that, she yells at British Baking Channel. What are you, idiot? Jeez.
I've become Gordon Ramsay.
Listening to my adorable, angelic wife call that poor little chubby woman from Sussex ugly things. It's just,
Oh, that reminds me. There's a new episode I have to watch.
No. And you're gonna do it in the other room?
I can.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And we're okay. I watch that. If I need to take a nap, I'll watch the British Baking Channel. But hey, everybody, it was nice talking to you. You all have a nice day, and we will
See you later.
talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.